So here we are with episode 4 of Girls Band Cry. Last episode, the band, whose name I have not written down yet, but it was a pending name, they did their first concert, and it went well, I would presume, and it went so well that it seems like one of the members is deciding they're gonna quit, according to that one screenshot that I saw of the frickin' preview for this episode. It feels like every other day this band is just on the brink of disbanding. Anyways, full links on Patreon and early access on the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Yeah, you can play the rhythm. Stop dreaming. It'd be too much when you're singing. She's hearing the music. Yeah, and yet on the stage you're free, huh? Holy shit, dude, she's got some hops. You see those verticals? Have you tried volleyball? Vary your intonation. What is this? Is this mic just like... I guess they're just using a wireless mic. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, cracked, a cracked screen and everything. That's what she wanted. I mean, that is true. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's late. She's late for her lessons or something. Uh-oh. That chug. What a reaction. Why can't you just think it might be school related? Even though I know that you know she might not care too much for the acting school. They're the easy prey. But she's also basically just saying that male musicians are predators. Not to say manage, but to, you know, you can always go for the ask system. I say the ask system and then I currently can't remember what the ASK stands for right now. I'm a fucking moron. I'll search it up after this. She says as she's just sitting in the darkness, about to play her guitar. But you guys are a fucking band! Uh-oh. Well, if there's one thing about Nina, she is stubborn. Oh, in high school. Wait. You don't consider that this is a picture, you know? And it's like drawn? Does that mean that when they take a picture, it's in this style? Every one of us was skilled and passionate. But then what happened? Well, I mean, she kind of said it last episode, right? Quit school. Got a CD as indies. Did concert. And then you left. Well, I mean, you kind of left out a lot of details, so like... Well, maybe that's one of the goals, to get her to smile like that. Ah, falling asleep at the table again, huh? Trying to study. Relatable. Quitting the band, sorry. Hold on. I wanted to see what's the other one. Hello, could you by chance be in love? Oh, it just literally coming into her school. She'll dump him and come back. What do you think it's a boy problem? What do you... It could be any other fucking issue. But also the fact that, oh, well, you know, maybe because Subaru's a girl? So of course it's going to be girl problem? Boy problem, I mean. Completely unbearable. Oh shit. Yeah. Yo, look at her. She's in like Ojo-sama mode. That's her grandmother's here, that's why. I'm not talking to you. You know, sound travels around here, and this is an enclosed space. Fellow actresses. Wait. Uh-oh. Okay, the whole posture thing, like, if you maintain it a little bit too much, it could also fuck you up. So, like, there's the whole thing of being a little relaxed, especially when you're not, like, in a fucking situation where you have to have good posture and whatnot, you know, if you're out with friends or whatnot. But her argument, the grandma's argument, is probably like, you have to have good posture all the time, or else you'll show your weakness, or whatever. I did want to go back to see what the fuck did the grandmother said. Also, this grandmother, barely any wrinkles on her. Either good skincare or makeup. I have to admit, this atmosphere is rather lively. And I'm just sort of like, okay, because the city's quite crowded. This address, you know what, whatever. How important to maintain good posture. There you go. But you can't do it all the fucking time. You girls as well. Lacking in discipline. Excuse me for a moment, alright. This is all drawn right here, right? We shouldn't linger. She hasn't even finished her drink yet! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! There's... Oh man, improvisation. Damn, Grandma's just over here doing a Hawaii love triangle. A Yuri love triangle. Aggressively speed texting. Oh god, I have to go through the... I was too busy looking at the text. Let's head back to your school and give it a try. Would that be alright? It would not. Yo, the speed texting. No means no. Oh. Talking about the band, but she's just channeling it. Yeah. Oh, that strange transition. Just stop by like that. Does that mean she saw your, Oh, the music just stopped. Oh. The AN agency TV casting offer. It's a pleasure to be able to reach out to you like this. This is Yokoyama from AN. I'm contacting you to inform that we are extending you an offer regarding a something role on the 6th season files on recommendation of our Tendou. Okay, I also have to write down the grandmother's name before I forget. So then I should be done within a week. Yeah! It is! It is the same! Yes, it is! The both of y'all are fucking working on something that you don't want to be worked in! You're being inconsiderate. I'm not. Okay, maybe I am. Oh my god, she lives in a high-rise. Jesus fucking Christ, what a giant goddamn apartment. Of course, in the beady chair. That one's great for gaming. Oh no, she's a gamer. Oh, that was her grandma back in the day. Oh my god, your grandma was the one who fucking chose it? Jesus Christ. You look just like your grandma. No wonder she's just like, I'm gonna pass on my legacy to you. She smiles. Anytime she shows me a real smile. The problem with that is the fact that the problem with this, right, is the fact that she only cares when you do what she wants. So, like, even if it's like a real smile, like, I don't know. Like, if she is truly happy for you, she would be able to let you do whatever the fuck you want. Also, she has matching socks for her shirt. Her jacket, I mean. You difficult thing. Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm sorry. Part 6. Oh, I mean, better feature her. Go home for a bit. Where is home? Of course, or else her grandma's just gonna continue to steamroll through her life. Yeah, but have you thought about your granddaughter's feelings? My daughter deeply resents. Just because she loves your job doesn't mean that she wants to be in it. Now Nina's just gonna be like, God, I feel really bad now. Oh. Oh, no, Nina's just like, maybe we shouldn't. Just can't say it, huh? To her smiling face. Yeah, just not letting her do it. It looked like she was ready. She was just fucking... Now I feel bad! Ooh! Oh my fucking god, Nina! Who does she think she is? No lo sé. Oh, last minute 180. Oh yeah, the problem continues to not be solved. Oh yeah. I realized that the blonde girl? Is that what her hair? I say she's the bassist, right? Blondish, dirty blonde, more brunette actually. I would say brunette. She's bassist and the other girl plays the piano, which is still a good combination, right? Because the bass is what it is, right? The bass and it's the foundation and the piano's the melody. Okay. Actually, I had to stop before the fucking preview showed, but I want to look back at the Void one. Okay, and then I can't remember when we saw it. It was the last episode, I believe. The last episode we saw the Void banner. If I can find where the banner is. The pink hair girl, is it? Unless they've all changed their hair color now I think about it. Who are all these people? I don't know anyone. Alright. You know what? Again, I was just wondering, like, is it the pink hair girl? But then I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't know. Whatever. I guess we'll figure out once we actually see Diamond Dust. Well, we're just gonna go back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 4 of Girls Band Cry. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. We kind of had a solution. We kind of had an issue that didn't get solved. You know, it got pushed to the side for now. And it's that whole feeling of somebody is essentially steamrolling through your life, but you care for them as a family member, and they, not to say they want the best for you, but it's really more like they want what is best for them, but they think that it's best for you. I would like your opinion on, like, this whole issue, you know, and, like, you know, don't fucking talk to me about, like, for episodes later on, right? The only thing I want you to talk to me about is the material of this episode and the episode before. Don't talk about anything else in the future, but I would like to know your opinion on whether Subaru should have told her grandma or not. I'm on the camp of she should tell her, but at the same time, I'm not the person in that position, right? I'm just a third party. I'm like Nina, right? Or I'm like Momoka, just out there watching this stuff that's going on, and I'm not the person who has to deal with the emotional repercussion if there is to be it. But then at the same time, when Subaru was going to say it, it was Nina who ended up stopping her, because Nina's just like, oh no, her grandma's like really nice and she really loves her granddaughter and she's really happy that her granddaughter is taking, is following in her footsteps and all that. And then like the whole thing of her grandma saying that, oh, my daughter resented my job because I was never really around, but here is my granddaughter Subaru who says that she loves my job, right? Like, and it's that fondness of being able to bring the joy of her job to one of her family member, especially one that would love her job and whatnot. So in terms of like that whole stuff, like I totally get that, like maybe Subaru well, again, I'm thinking like maybe if that's what Subaru sees, she would want to wait a little bit more. But in the end, it was still Nina who like stopped Subaru from doing it, because she was starting to feel the guilt of like breaking Subaru's grandmother's heart. And it's, and like, I don't know, like, would you rather rip off the Band-Aid right now or just let it sit there and fester? You know, like a band, I don't know why I'm gonna use a Band-Aid analogy, but like if you rip it off right now, it's gonna hurt. But like if you let it sit, You know how if you let Band-Aid sit for like 2-3 days, it starts like festering like dirt and everything all around it? You know, that's sort of what I'm thinking right now. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. I'll just go back to food analogy later. Although I do find it interesting that in this whole situation, I feel like I'm a little bit on everybody's side. You know, unlike Nina's side, she wants Subaru to just be, to walk in her footstep, essentially, right? Because that's what Nina did. She said, fuck this family shit, fuck this family tradition, I'm out of here, I'm gonna go and do this shit myself. And so that's why she's basically pushing her ideology on Subaru. It's just like, that's what you should do. And like, that's sometimes how I feel about it when I think about others. Yeah, and then there's Subaru, who doesn't like acting. She feels it's embarrassing, but she's doing it because of her grandmother, and she feels like her grandmother gives her a real smile when she when she talks about acting to Subaru. And then there's Momoka, who's just kind of like, you know, some people, they don't want to have their issues, they don't want to talk about their issues, so like, we should just let them be. You know, they should come to their own conclusion. So like, I feel all three ways. But ultimately, I feel like my conclusion is that I'd rather get it done. So like, I do still feel like I'm a little bit more on Nina's ideology. You know, of just like, let's just fucking get this done and let me continue to pursue what I want to do, you know, instead of having to miss out on certain opportunities if you are going to miss out because you have to do certain things that you don't want to do. I like this whole issue because it is a complex issue, because when it comes to family, it's never fucking simple, right? If it was simple, it would be so much easier to just say no and just be done with it. And especially when you are a teenager and you're still growing up and everything. And I definitely see that if Subaru wants to continue, like, just basically go after acting school is done and all that, you know, she could just be like, all right, you know, thanks for the acting school, Grandma. I'm gonna fuck off now. I'm not gonna do this anymore. You know, now that I think about it, I feel like that's me. Because when I was in, you know, back when I was young, oh my god, back in those days, when I was a teenager and whatnot, my parents would sign me up for Catholic schools. And I'm not religious by any means, you know, don't bother about the whole, you probably can't see Jesus. I can't even see Jesus, but like, you know, don't mind the Jesus cross that you typically see in the back of my videos. I'm a Jesus lover, but I'm not a religious person, alright? But, and especially Catholicism, I have a very big problem with Catholicism, but like, let's not get into that part. But my family, they're big into the whole thing, right? Catholicism is the main religion in my family. And so they kind of just push it onto me. They make me take all these Catholic classes, and like, I hated it. I didn't want to, but at the same time, I didn't want to tell them that I'm not a religious person, you know? I don't care about going to mass, I don't care about going to church, I don't care about any of these classes, but they paid for these classes, and I felt really bad if I were to continued with the, if I were to just drop out of these classes, it's not like my parents could get a refund on these, so again, I felt bad for wasting their money, so I ended up going through all of these classes. I went through the whole entire process. I became an official Catholic, and after that, you know, that was that. It was done. By the time it was all completed, I was basically a young adult, and I was like, fuck it, I don't have to do any of that anymore. So no more going to church, no more any of that. Fuck everything. You know, they can't tell me what to do anymore, because I'm not a kid anymore, you know, I can go get my own shit. So I definitely feel if that's what Subaru, now that I mentioned that, I remember that, I definitely understand Subaru, and if Subaru would rather just go through the acting school and everything, and then after that, it's just like, alright, that's it, that's done for me, you know, that's all I want to do. I want to pursue something else. totally understand if that's what Subaru wants to do. So, in the end, that is my conclusion. I will say, when I was young, I never found myself very interested in religion or Catholicism, but as my parents essentially forced me to take these Catholic classes, I came to not like Catholicism a whole lot more. I felt like it started making me feel a whole lot more about like the inner system of Catholicism, and like I hated it, and like the people who are within the religion, I hated them. I felt like they were all fucking snakes and like people who were just wearing masks, you know, Two-Face and everything. So like those classes did not help me like learn to like Catholicism at all. In the end I was just like, yeah, fuck this fuck this shit. Moving away from the main scenario of this for just a bit, we have still a little bit of Momoka, who is out here basically telling Nina, you know, you need to do this, 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 and this, and we're gonna need to do a retake for Subaru as well. You know, Subaru's just sort of like, oh shit, goddamn, like I gotta do a retake too. Thought it was just Nina, and I could just point and laugh at her, but oops. But Nina sees on the cracked screen that Momoka is looking at diamond dust. She's always looking at diamond dust. So Nina and Subaru are talking with each other about the whole diamond dust, and it's just like, do you think that she's comparing us with diamond dust? The answer to that is most likely yes. She is comparing you guys to diamond dust, and even like later on when Nina was asking Momoka, like, do you like, you got any beef with them or anything? You know, and Momoka's just like, no, I'm totally happy for them, you know, it's great. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know about that part, you know, like there's like it's one thing to like, oh, I don't hold any beef with them, I don't regret anything, and like I'm happy that they're successful, but it's another to just constantly look at them, constantly think about the band and everything, right? So like there's still some sort of lingering feelings, but I do like that Subaru is just over here like, you know, Diamond Dust is like a super popular band. They're like professional. We're just amateurs. So like, why the fuck is she comparing us to professionals? I think she might be comparing to them, but okay, aren't they really big now? Well, yeah, they are. If that's what she wanted, she wouldn't have formed a band with amateurs like us. But okay, so what Subaru is more like saying like, oh, if she wanted something like Diamond Dust, she wouldn't have gone amateurs. Which, I mean, that makes sense, but at the same time, like, could still be Momoka comparing you guys to them. It's like a person who dated somebody and then they got, well, you know, they had an ex and now they're dating somebody new. They can't stop comparing that new person to their ex. Or it could be another way where that new girlfriend of theirs can't stop comparing themselves to their girlfriend or boyfriend's ex. You know, it could be that way too. So, I was gonna say something else, but that was just that. Why are you so worked up about it? I mean, you really think it's that? Girls who do music are popular among male musicians. They're the easy prey, you see. Again, Momoka is just literally saying, not literally, but she is implying that male musicians are predators. Stay wary, Nina. Goddamn, dude. So, I'll call her. She won't pick up. Wait until tomorrow. We shouldn't try to manage each other's relationships and jobs. How do you feel, Momoka, about the current Diamond Dust? So, this is like a back shot, so we don't really know what she was what her expression was when she was hearing that. So she says, nothing really. How can it be nothing? And so here is Momoka just walking into the darkness. I don't hold a grudge if that's what you're asking. No, I got no beef with them. If they sell well, then I'm happy for them. Why did you leave then? And then we've got Momoka who starts to play her guitar, and we kind of see that she kind of does this when she gets into this certain mood. Does it matter? Don't worry about me, worry about singing instead. Okay, so Momoka tell me about them, and then Nina's being a little stubborn, right? And so Momoka walks over to give her the poster of, you know, when they were kids and all that. Okay, so like... okay, so like, they did dye their hair. So like, that's why I was so confused when I was looking at the new Diamond Dust, and I'm just like, who the fuck is any one of these people? She summarizes the whole thing, right? Our goals are aligned. We felt like it was fate that brought us together. Something school band. Very skilled and passionate. Yeah, goals aligned. Okay. So they quit school, they came here, got a CD out as indies, independents, or indies? Yeah, indies. Did concerts, and we're about to sign with a major label, and then she left. Okay? So... obviously Momoka is still leaving something out, but she also kind of leaked it a little bit back in the last episode about like what a band should be, you know? So it's like it was a lot of problems that they couldn't fix with one another, and I do wonder if they were living with each other when they came out here, because I would presume when they all decided to quit, right, and like start this whole thing, they would probably be like, let's just live together, and let's just live together so we can save on rent or whatnot, right? They're just a bunch of high school dropouts who came here, so that would be like the logical conclusion. And so if that's the case, goddamn dude, I feel like one of the biggest reason people have fallouts sometimes with friends and all that, it's like if they start living as roommates. And like, some people are just not compatible with each other when it comes to being roommates. And like, that can cause a lot of fucking issues, especially when you don't fucking talk about it, or if you're like passive aggressive about it, or if the other person is too fucking stubborn to like fix their issue, or if you're too stubborn to fix your own issue. So like, a lot of things can happen when you live together. And here's my whole thing, is just, you really gotta know a person's lifestyle in the home before you consider living with them as roommates. Unless you're out here just like, oh, I need a roommate because like I need somebody to pay for my, pay half of my rent or whatever, then, you know, you're taking a risk. I've got friends who I've seen their lifestyle. I've got friends who have seen their lifestyle, and I just know that like I would not want to live with them. So like I feel like it's kind of like that, you know. It's so we still don't know the full story of Diamond Dust and why they've disbanded, or not disbanded, but like why Momoka left. So yeah, we still don't know about that, but if they were living together, then like that makes sense. Anyways, going back to the whole thing of Momoka talking about how she's got no beef with them and she's happy if they're successful, but she doesn't have to have beef with them, right? It could also be more like, it's that feeling of longing, that feeling of like, man, wish that was me on the covers with all my friends who perhaps she felt like she got left behind, right? And especially when we saw in the first episode, like Diamond Dust was doing great and Momoka isn't, and she was ready to just quit and quit music altogether and just go home and just, you know, become a regular person, essentially. But also with her potentially comparing her current band with Diamond Dust, again, it's like the whole exes thing, right? It's the only other experience that she's known, so of course she's going to compare them to Diamond Dust. But I do wonder about Momoka's philosophy, perhaps, or ideology of just letting people figure out their issues by themselves, you know? So Momoka's just like, look, if this is what Subaru wants to do, just let her do it. And I wonder if she developed that after she quit the band, or after she left Diamond Dust, because that was an issue that she had with the other band members, where she felt like she was managing their life and their jobs. And so because of that, that's what caused one of the multiple issues, perhaps, that caused her to leave. And so because of that, she's now going like the opposite direction of just, I'm gonna let you do whatever you want, you know? It's kind of a problem with some parents that you would see, if their grandparents were too strict on them. And so when they have kids, the parents just let the kids do whatever the fuck they want. And then those kids start to feel listless, or they feel like they don't have a guide. So like they go back, they go to feeling listless. They don't know what the fuck to do. So if that is the case, then that could be understandable. But again, I wouldn't know until I know the full story of Diamond Dust. I will say during the scene with Nina yelling at Subaru for like, how could you do this to us? Quitting the band, taking this minor role that's going to be done within a week. How could you do this to us? And it does feel, when I was thinking about it, and like they were pointing it out too, like it kind of felt a little bit like a hypocrite. It's just like, what the heck, Nina? You're the one who's just like, I gotta go study. I can't practice like now. But then after the whole concert thing, right? She's now gung-ho into it. But for now, she just sort of, like, I assume she kind of just expected everybody else to be as gung-ho as she was. So that's why she gets upset at Subaru for, not telling her her grandmother to fuck off, essentially. I like how in the beginning I'm just like, I'm definitely feel like a little bit more on Nina's side, but I feel like the reason why I feel that is because I'm grown up now, I'm an adult, so I do have the ability to just say no and like fuck off, unlike Nina or Subaru. Well, not Nina, but Nina again fucking did say fuck off and I'm gonna leave. But like unlike Subaru, right? But again, when I was thinking back into my teenage years, I definitely was in Subaru's position, so I definitely get how she feels on that point. You know what? This film that they put here, it's called Subaru, so like it's the big film that got our Tendou to get on like the big screen and to become like this big actress and whatnot. And Subaru says that it was her grandma who named her, and I was just like, but I thought that her mom, well, I guess no, it's more like her mom didn't like her grandmother's job, but I guess they still maintained somewhat of a good relationship, or at the very least, like when her mom, Subaru's mom, became an adult and like start to come to the conclusion that like, oh, maybe my mom was just trying to feed me this whole time, but like I still don't really like her job as much, but I understand, and then they're able to like somewhat fix their relationship and whatnot. And that's why her grandmother was able to name her granddaughter her grandmother, who is the her in this pronoun? Anyways, pretty good episode. I hope that we will, a good thing I didn't see the preview, but I hope that we will see those two girls in the next episode, that they're gonna join the band and all that. It is going to be episode 5, so like, hopefully they join in, unless they're gonna join in like episode 7 or 8 or something. Typical late game character. Not late stage characters, but hopefully they come by next episode, so that would be nice. Guess they did say that they were gonna watch the concert and everything, so hopefully we get to see their point of view of the concert that they were watching, hopefully, and whether they want to continue to go and talk to these people or not. Who knows, maybe the band will come back to Yoshinoya again. Who knows, but until then, thought that this was, again, a good episode. If I have anything else to say, I'll write in the description down below. And bye.